is nothing compared to what it was at 10:30, 11, half 11 this morning. It was absolute chaos. So we're going to show you around. We've got some awesome footage to show you guys, some close-ups, some chats with other people, followed by a pickups video. So by the time you've seen this video, you know that maybe tomorrow, possibly Thursday at the latest, there'll be a pickups video, and I'm having to shout really, really loud because the speakers are right next to us, guys. So let's take a look. So before we take a look at this massive market, I want to say a couple of things. These initial shots give you an idea for exactly what it was like and just how busy and packed it was when we walked in. Now in this video I would ask that you watch the entire thing, as you're pretty much going to see every single corner of this market. You'll see tons of stuff that's on offer, and not just video games and consoles, but also geeky wares too. And I would highly recommend you guys going to the next video game market on August the 12th. I'll definitely be going. I do believe it is at Doncaster Dome. Now we're greeted here with some amazing Super Nintendo games. I decided against buying any unboxed SNES games, as I'm typically selling them on eBay and replacing them with boxed. And I've got a couple of bits on eBay for sale at the minute, so I will link my eBay in the description if you guys want to literally just go and check it out. So here's me looking through some SEGA Master System and some SEGA Mega Drive titles. I think this was at Lee's Deals stall. Massive shout out to him. He's on the Cool Shops page on my website. Go and check his Facebook out and check his shop out. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Now you've got this central stall here with lots of random things on, like some toys, some books, some Amiga games. There were some ZX Spectrum games. And before we time lapse in, guys, I just want to say that this market was absolutely amazing. You've got to check it out in the future. As I said in the introduction, a pickups video will follow this awesome game tour, and I did pick up a couple of game guides. This had some really obscure guides that I don't see that often. I did go back later on and pick up another one, but I'll save that for pickups. But yes, I did pick up this Oblivion guide, and it was £5 and it was an absolute steal. Now, what I find at these retro game markets are you've got your classic vendors like Lee's Deals, who are absolutely amazing, but it's definitely worth checking out the smaller vendors with sometimes the kind of knick-knack stores, because you do find some really good bargains. This was a store that was mortifiably expensive, really expensive, but they did have a solid range of games from all genres, from all consoles. I was really impressed, and I did pick up an original Xbox game. I don't think I show it in this footage, but there will be some bonus footage on my Patreon account. If you guys are a Patreon, then you can go and check that out. But again, you'll see it in pickups nonetheless. Another really good thing about these retro game markets is that you get a chance to see some incredibly rare stuff, or not necessarily rare at times, but also some very expensive stuff. I clocked Tomba 2 right at the top there, and there was also Cooler World, which I really wanted, but I wasn't willing to pay £50, as you guys can see on screen now. That's not a bad price, but I have seen it go for around 35 at previous markets, so I think it's going to be one of those that I hold out for. Now, what I want to know from you guys in the comments are, did you go? Could you spot yourself, and what did you buy? If you want to tweet me a picture or kind of tag me in your Instagram stuff, as some of you have been doing, I'll put my social media on screen now. So another thing that I always find interesting about retro game markets is more of a personal dilemma. It's always that wondering, how much do I take? Do people take cards? I looked on the Video Game Market's Facebook page before I went and people were asking this exact type of question. Now for me, I always take cash because sometimes people do have card machines, but in venues like this, they don't always have a 3G or Wi-Fi signal, in which case you can't connect to their kind of PIN Sentry or PayPal account. It just gets ridiculous, and sometimes I've lost sales because I haven't had cash on me, and I find that to be a little bit crippling because these types of markets are geared up to buy things that you don't normally see anywhere else. Unless you go to a specialist shop, which you may not have anywhere near you, you ain't going to find this stuff anywhere. And let's face it guys, charity shops don't stock this kind of stuff anymore. Once upon a time you could go in and you could get plenty of PS1 games, plenty of GameCube games, you could get the rarest Wii games, but now you find nothing. So that is why I love coming to these markets. That is why I always carry cash, because I don't take them for granted. But let me know how you guys approach these markets. Are you a cash, are you a card kind of person? And I think it would be good to give some feedback to some of the vendors that will be watching this video. An NES carry case, but oh no, this whole package was 120 quid, so I wasn't in need of an NES and I just thought it was a kind of an expensive feat nonetheless. But overall this was a pretty decent stall, and I did clock, I think it was Chuck Rock or Kid of Chuck Rock in this little bout of Mega Drive games. Unfortunately I didn't pick it up. Now another thing that I really like to know from you guys is, do you ever see anything at these gaming markets and you pick up a game and you put it down and you think, I'll come back to it, I'll come back to it. You come back to it and it's gone, or you don't go back to it and you go home and you regret it. I had that a couple of times. There was Dark Cloud and Kid of Chuck Rock. Those were the two games that I thought I should have really picked up, and unfortunately I didn't. Now this is Adam from Retro Collect. He originally set this entire thing up but let it go to replay events, and this was his stall, and I just want to give a massive shout out to Lee and to Adam at Retro Collect. Very nice people, really nice organisation, and just really got a lot of time for them. So this stall was in the middle, and again, a lot of the kind of smaller stalls, I would say the kind of non-vendors, just people selling maybe their own collection, were in the middle, and this is where I found you could get some really good bargains. You've got the Conga pack there for £30 and Samus there, and look at this, an ultra rare multi-mega SEGA CD. Oh my god, absolutely rare as hell. It was really good to see. This was a very strong market for rarities, I must say. Now Jess was kind of eyeing up these coasters, but I said to her, you know what Jess, we have a lot of coasters, we have a lot of game coasters in this house. I'm not actually sure if she picks them up, she may have picked them up, I'll have to ask her. And I just want to say to her, thank you for filming this. Between us we have 3 DSLRs, and There's my Rode mic, one of the 3 cameras is mine. She filmed this on her camera. She'll probably comment and tell you what it is because I've completely forgotten. So massive shout out to Jess, and massive shout out to this chap, my final purchase of the day. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I hope you're cool enough to hit subscribe and share this video, as it really helps me out. Keep an eye out for that pickups video. But for now, guys, my name is Gemma. Take care. See you soon.